Biker Dad is brought to you by Noel Leonard, biker lawyer,
and the National Academy of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers.
Have you ever sat at your job and thought, what if I just got up and left? Tell that horrible boss to take this job and shove it. Have you ever wanted to just walk out? What about burnout? Well, that's exactly what I did, but I didn't just quit. I left my 25-year corporate career to ride motorcycles and tell your story.
Daytona Beach, Florida, where you can actually drive onto the beach. Rick Fairless, a legend of his own, introduced me to Richard Rollins, Mayfield, Kentucky. Southeast Missouri, beautiful city of Knoxville, Tennessee. Gulf Coast of Mississippi, the Florida coast and the Tampa Bay area, Orange County Choppers, Roadhouse and Museum, talking to Paul Tuttle Sr. himself.
But make no mistake, this is not a show about motorcycles or even about me. Instead, I travel across the country to meet the people who use their passion for motorcycles to make their communities stronger, safer, and better. This is Biker Dad. We start this episode of the Biker Dad TV show with a tragedy in Alabama that took the lives of a Mobile firefighter and one of his motorcycle brothers. Firefighter Marcin Crawford and his friend Chris Dotson were among the chosen few motorcycle club and the Street Runners Motorcycle Club, returning home from a trip from Dallas just minutes from home when they were plowed down by a Mustang. Now bikers are taking to the streets to remember them and to fight for justice.
I'm Noel Leonard, biker, lawyer. Pop-up rally, you and I put this together. It's mostly your brainchild, and we've had the good fortune of having a bunch of riders, chosen few. We lost a firefighter recently, and so we're just out here trying to raise some awareness about motorcycle safety, getting people to watch for motorcycles. I mean, we got people aren't paying attention to what they're doing on the road. They're texting, they're speeding, they're drinking and driving, they're doing all manner of things that they've got no business doing, and we riders are paying the heavy cost.
Losing a member of the club is literally losing a good friend because you guys are close. How's everybody coping with that?
You know, it's tough. You know, we just taking it day by day. You know, we were all very close before we started the club. You know, I've known Chris for 10 years, so you know, it's a hard hit. You know, I'm trying to be strong for everybody. Him and Kev was loved by many people. You know, they wherever they went, you know, they never met a stranger, as we say. You know, they're both people. You know what I'm saying? So
it's different than an accident with another vehicle. You have all that protection. We enjoy riding because of the freedom, because of the wind, because of the feel, the responsiveness of the wheels at our fingertips, under our control.
I am Freddie Wheeler. I'm with Dixie Abate, Legislative Director. So Dixie Abate is Alabama's only state right motorcycle organization in the state of Alabama. And we advocate for riders, for sensible rider legislation. So the signs are another way to take and be visible. It makes people aware that there are riders out there, and hopefully gets them to slow down and take a look.
Some of the people, thankfully, who did slow down and take a look are local news reporters, including NBC 15's Darwin Singleton, who came out for the event to help us get the word out past this side of the road to all of the viewers on the Gulf Coast. I just kind of wanted to get your perspective as a reporter covering these kind of things all the time, you know, what it's like, what you've seen and what your impression of all of this response is.
Well, I come from a perspective of wanting to have had a motorcycle when I was younger. And I, in this business, have covered a lot of motorcycle accidents, including one where a police officer was hit by a hit and run. A fellow in Mobile. I was on my way to Bellingrad with some friends, and we came across it. It had just happened. And I knew the officer. And so it was, I won't say it was traumatic for me, but it was sobering for me. It let me know that it might be something that I may not want to do. And that's sad because it's something I always wanted to do. It's a story that touches so many people, and it's touched our whole city, all because someone made an error in judgment. And you don't want to see that happen again. So it's not a little, this is a big story, and it's a continuing story. Building allegiances with some folks here that hopefully will continue to pursue this, because I think it's for the good of everyone. It's even the public that may not ride a bike, but they have someone they love that does.
And you know, as a reporter, how hard it is to recruit firefighters and for the city to keep them. It's just lose a firefighter is just logistically a huge loss for the city.
It is. If you want to just look at it that way, it's a valuable employee that serves as a public servant. And right now, people are like, you don't want to be a public servant? We hope you do. And to find someone that's accomplished. He was a driver. I mean, he wasn't. He strove to make himself better within the department, and that benefited us all. So losing him was a hit to the city, and a hit to his wife, son, and daughter, and to you guys, because he was a friend and comrade, and represents who you are. So yeah, a lot of people lost in this.
Chris Best hosts a local TV show called Biker Dad TV. He says Crawford was a member of a Christian motorcycle club that spends much of their time helping those in need. And now he's planning a memorial rally Thursday at the accident site with a specific purpose in mind.
I'm hoping, if nothing else, you know, the people, his friends and family who see this might reach out to us so they can be part of this event on Thursday. Mm-hmm. And that is more about the awareness part of it and getting people in cars to look out for us. But we're also hoping to, down the road, do a benefit ride for them and their families.
And there is a need because the life of another rider was lost, and 2 others remain in the hospital with serious injuries, leaving their families and this firefighter family in need of both sympathy and support.
Chris Best tells me he's encouraging other biking enthusiasts to take part in that memorial safety rally.
I think those people were killed just right over your shoulder there, and what kind of impact do you think this has when people drive by and see us doing this?
Well, you know, we're getting a lot of horn honking. I mean, people are recognizing. We've seen a bunch of motorcycles go by. You know, I know they're glad we're out here. People are getting the message. You'd be surprised. You know, there's an old expression, you can't swing a dead cat around here without hitting a motorcyclist, okay? So these people riding by, I bet you 4 out of 5, 80% have got a motorcyclist in the family or a close friend, someone they consider family. So hopefully they're going to go home and tell their husbands and wives and kids, hey, I saw these people out here. Remember, you know, please look twice for motorcycles.
A lot stronger, you know, it's a striking blow.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, all we can hope for, you know, is that everyone can kind of band together behind this and, you know, just push forward. I mean, it just all comes down to, you know, being more cognizant of everything around you. You know, just because you're, you know, on four wheels, you know, take less time to be on your phone, you know, pay more attention, be more aware of your surroundings, just, you know, look out for the person next to you. You know,
I hear that a lot about phones. I keep hearing people talking about phones. Are we really that addicted to our phones that it's causing you guys to lose your lives? Are we really that bad?
Oh yeah. I mean, I've seen, it's been many a time that I can be right next to someone and, you know, they'll be in their phone and, you know, we ride along and then they come right over on me, you know. So luckily, you know, I'm more aware of my surroundings because I've gone down before, so I know what to look for when riding next to, you know, people in vehicles. So, but you know, this accident is, you know, hopefully it opens bikers' eyes to be more aware of their surroundings as well, but also to know that, you know, you never know what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? This, you know, there was no signs that this could possibly happen. It just really came out of nowhere. So
I think that probably think he'll get back on a bike. I think.
I'm pretty sure. Kev's pretty headstrong. He also mounted it with me.
What kind of injuries does he have? What kind of injuries did he suffer that one most? And then a little bit about how you guys feel. I may do some more of it later in the week too. So. But thank you so much. I appreciate it. No
Broken arm, fractured ribs, level 4 laceration of liver.
Now that's some serious stuff.
I mean, I've seen, it's been many a time that I can be right next to someone and, you know, they'll be in their phone and, you know, we ride along and then they come right over on me, you know. So luckily, you know, I'm more aware of my surroundings because I've gone down before, so I know what to look for when riding next to, you know, people in vehicles. So
into it. If people want to step up and be safe and run me out of business, I don't have any motorcycle wrecks to help people with, and life would be a great place. I'll find something else to do. As long as they're running over my motorcycle brothers and sisters, I'm going to be out here protecting them after the fact and trying to educate them so that they can protect themselves.
Lord, we ask for you to take the victims of this latest crash, and there has been many. Please accept them into your domain. Please allow them to come through the gates of heaven, Lord, as we all hope we will one day.
Here to let you know that myself and the hundreds of thousands of people who follow us on social media and watch the TV show are here to help. Do you need help with something? Give me a call. That's my number right there, 251-402-6392. Especially if you need legal help, I have an army of lawyers across the country who can help you with injuries after motorcycle crashes especially, but other stuff like crime and everything else too. So give me a call, 251-402-6392.
I'm Noel Leonard, biker lawyer. If you've been injured in an automobile or especially a motorcycle accident, I hope you know who I am. If you injure someone who's riding a motorcycle, I don't give a damn if you know who I am. Your insurance company sure knows who I am, and I'm coming for both of you. Please give me a call. I'm easy to find, happy to take care of you.
Your home for Lex and Terry in the morning rocks your workday with AC/DC. Shine down. And Offspring.
You gotta keep them separated.
Available on over 2,000 smart devices. The Gulf Coast Rock Station. TK 101.
That
bike and motorcycles go together like peanut butter and jelly, especially in Tennessee. Over in Memphis, you got the Graceland motorcycle collection from Elvis Presley. And here we just wandered into the Johnny Cash Museum a few minutes ago and saw something really cool. Let's go inside and check it out. This custom bobber is all rock and roll and is dubbed Cash Money, although Johnny Cash never rode this thing himself. It was actually built by Jim Holstein up in Columbus, Ohio. He runs a heating and cooling business, but in his free time makes these cool custom bikes, and this one that he built is on display at the Johnny Cash Museum in Nashville. The bike has a 110 cubic inch RevTech engine and a Kiwi Indian leaf spring front end, among other custom touches. Just the powder coating on it alone is Cash Money itself. And just a beautiful bike on display there at the Johnny Cash Museum in Nashville. Biker Dad is brought to you by Noel Leonard, biker lawyer,
And the National Academy of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers.
And I don't know, Noel, give us a summary of what Alabama's like. And Alabama's a little bit better. Alabama's got, what, a 25 minimum?
It's surprising that Alabama would have one of the most favorable requirements there. But, yeah, you have to have $25,000 minimum liability, and any carrier that offers you a policy is required to offer you an equal amount of UIM and UM, and that can only be waived by you've actually got to sign. You have to affirmatively decline that. So that's one of the forms that we're always looking for. And that, it rolls into another topic we've been talking about, the idea of full coverage.
Oh yeah.
People like to sell you full coverage, and all they've sold you is a warm blanket.
Yeah.
But it's amazing how you can save money, and they're on the Gulf Coast. I'm sure in Chris's area too. We've got a lot of Latinos, and so with limited English skills and limited understanding, they're being told they're going to save money. In Alabama, UIM is about 10% of your total. So it's just
And hey, shout out, you are multilingual, are you not?
Yeah, I was going to say, there are a lot of motorcycle lawyers out there. I actually ride. When you see an advertisement that says, se habla español, we speak Spanish here, ask yourself, does the lawyer speak Spanish, or do they just have some high school graduate who...
interpreting for them?
Yeah, I have been speaking Spanish my whole life.
Now, a Biker Dad road trip.
Ben Wade, me and my wife own Cow and Coops in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, burger and wing joint.
So tell me a little bit more about that place.
Well, fresh burgers, wings, chicken tenders, everything fresh, nothing ever frozen, and homemade onion rings, french fries. We host a bike night every Saturday night from 6 to 9. Encourage everybody to come out and enjoy it. Any kind of MCs, riding clubs, anything. Everybody's welcome to come out and hang out with us.
So just tell me a little bit about what's going on today, how this got together.
We try to put rides together that, like I said, everybody can be a part of. So Cow and Coops, we try to put together a bike night, and we try to spread the word and get rides together with Greg Boutwell from Boutwell Routes, and just bring everybody together to get to know everybody in the biker community.
So weather's been kind of down and then up today, so it's pretty cool that there's this many people here.
Oh yeah, real good turnout. We surprised with the cool weather, but we got a lot of people that just like to ride, and that's what we like to do, stay in the wind.
Well, you braved the cold, you ended up with a nice weather to ride after all was said and done.
Oh yeah, it was chilly this morning, but man, it's paid off. Perfect riding weather today.
So a lot of the country is covered in snow right now. It's great to be living down in this area right now.
Yeah, be up north in the snow, load up your bike and come down here to Mississippi. We'll ride every weekend.
Tell people what the riding is like around here.
It varies. I mean, we don't have a whole lot of back roads around Hattiesburg area, but you get out of Hattiesburg, you can put some nice rides together down some curvy roads. We got a few you know, that will challenge you if you're a beginner rider, but we've got some just laid back rides. Anytime we ride together with bounce routes, we try to keep the speed kind of around 65, 70 miles an hour. We encourage everybody, if you're new on a bike, come out. We're not going to run off and leave you. We encourage people to ride to their ability and their ability alone. If you ever feel like you're not comfortable, just let somebody know and we'll slow it down or whatever we need to do to accommodate every rider here.
So why is it important to you to, have everybody welcome and involved? Why is that important to you?
Bringing the community together. Where there's a lot of people that just doesn't know about how many motorcycle riders we have in the area from all over the state, really. And putting these rides together, every week it gets bigger and bigger. We just get the word out and we're bringing people together. There's not a lot to do around the Hattiesburg area, so we try to make something to do where everybody can be together, have a good time.
And the riding here goes everything from the beach to the woods, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, we could be on the beach one day, we could be in the backwoods riding across a big lake the next day, or we could be deep in the woods where you don't see nothing but trees.
You have your own restaurant, but you led a ride of 40 or 50 people to somebody else's business is good for business too, right?
It's a way of getting the people down here on the coast. They see us come in, we meet riders all the way down, and we spread the word about what we do, and we've got guys that'll leave the coast and come to us and enjoy a ride headed north.
So why did you pick Shaggy's?
For the food. Everybody likes seafood, I believe, so we just kind of tried to pick something we wouldn't have a lot of stops when we got on Highway 90. Try to keep it, again, people riding to their ability. They don't want to get out and get in a ton of traffic, so we try to pick routes that keeps everybody safe and comfortable riding.
Cool. Anything you wanted to say that I didn't ask you about?
Just, if you hadn't heard about routes or Cows and Coops Bike Night, we're both on Facebook. Join us. We post weekly about rides coming up or any events coming together. We try to get out and ride as much as we can. We'd be glad to have everybody ride with us.
Biker Dad is brought to you in Baldwin County by Noel Leonard, biker lawyer.
Alabama actually has one of the better minimums in the country. It's $25,000. As pitiful as that can be, especially with the exposure you have on a bike, you're far more likely to have more damage than $25,000 will cover. The takeaway from that is some states, Florida has got a $10,000 and you can actually waive that. Theirs is a $10,000 minimum, and it varies by state. The take home from that is make sure that you're covering UIM. In Alabama, any insurer who offers you liability coverage is required to offer you an equal amount of coverage for UIM, that's underinsured motorist, or UM, uninsured motorist. If I could say two things, is wear your hat, have UM.
Want to win a free motorcycle? We can make it possible.
When you see an opportunity like this, definitely don't hesitate and sign up.
You can be the next winner.
My name is Jason Cox. I'm the president of Brothers Keepers Chapter 40 here in Sturgis, Kentucky. Well, like I said, I'm the president of Brothers Keepers, and we're an all firefighter club, paid and volunteer. There's 43 chapters, I believe, in the United States right now, all the way from Louisiana up to Pennsylvania, over to Colorado, and back to the East Coast.
Anybody that's actively serving or is a veteran?
Our main mission is firefighters riding with firefighters because of just the conditions and the things we deal with, just the brotherhood, be able to spend time with like-minded guys on our bikes, just kind of get away from it. But secondary, we just like to take care of kids. So the number one thing that all of our chapters do is we pick a local charity or a national charity, and we devote our time to raising money for it. We're actually doing 2 fundraisers at one time. Actually, one of our firefighters on my department, his son was diagnosed with a brain cancer. I can't remember the name of it, but it's non-treatable, and so we're doing a fundraiser for him next weekend. We do have a donation bucket set up this weekend for him too, but this weekend specifically we're doing Camp Hope, which is for pediatric burn patients. So any kid that gets burnt, state of Kentucky, goes to Vanderbilt, say, then they get a free pass. The nurses send them a packet, and they'll be able to attend this camp until they're 16 years old. Then after that, I believe they could be junior counselors, stay involved with the organization, keep giving back to the other kids that come through the camp. Well, Camp Hope is a huge camp. The kids come down for almost a week, and they have zip lines, they have canoeing, swimming, crafts. I mean, it's just non-stop kid stuff the entire time they're there. So it's special to me and to other firefighters to be able to send kids to a camp where they can have a little bit of normalcy in their life and spend time with the kids. And it's just a great organization. The people are great. They send notes and letters out, and during COVID, they sent all the kids, because they couldn't go, sent them all gift boxes, and made them feel special even when they couldn't be there in 2020. Just great people, great organization, well worth supporting. Sturgis, Kentucky is a good motorcycle rally. I like it because it is a motorcycle rally. It's not a lot of golf carts and other things. Like, there's a lot of bikes here. It leans more to the old school style of rallies, and I really like that. So it's hot. You got to get you a swimming pool, hang out, put up with the heat, but it's a good time. It's some of the most beautiful riding around. I mean, if you want to take off down an old country road where the trees are just completely encapsulated on the road and just twist and turn through Amish country, there's some really beautiful rides.
Hi there, this is Chris Best, the Biker Dad. I'm just here to let you know that myself and the hundreds of thousands of people who follow us on social media and watch the TV show are here to help. Do you need help with something? Give me a call. That's my number right there, 251-402-6392. Especially if you need legal help, I have an army of lawyers across the country who can help you with injuries after motorcycle crashes especially, but other stuff like crime and everything else too. So give me a call, 251-402-6392. That's it for this week's episode of the Biker Dad TV show, and we dedicate this episode to the Mobile firefighter, his friend, and the others involved in the deadly motorcycle accident in Mobile, Alabama, and also to all of our fallen biker brothers and sisters. Until next time, please look twice for motorcycles.